Hello, thank you for signing in. Our video today is about factoring. This is what we've been talking about in class. So factoring is when you have an expression with multiple terms, like this one, and you find a common factor and bring it to the outside. So in this case, between 4 and 8, the greatest common factor is 4. So I bring 4 out here, and then on the inside of my parentheses, I have 1x plus 2. And the way I got that is I divided both of the terms by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1, so I have 1x. 8 divided by 4 is 2, so I have 2. That's what we talked about today in class, that process of factoring. Now the point that we're talking about here is factoring a negative. A negative sign, or a -1, is considered a factor that you have to pull out of an expression. So if you had something like -6 plus -12x, that negative would be a factor you'd have to pull out. So if I did it in 2 steps, I could pull a 6 out because that's the greatest common factor. -6 divided by 6 is -1. -12x divided by 6 is -2x. Now I have to pull that negative sign out. That's a factor we need to pull out. So I'm going to make this a -6, and what I'm left with is 1 plus 2x. That's the completely factored form. If I had something like -8 plus -12y plus -24x. To factor that, I would say, okay, the greatest common factor is 4. So there's going to be a 4 on the outside of my parentheses. They're also all negative, so it's going to be a -4. So -8 divided by -4 is 2. -12 divided by -4 is 3. -24 divided by -4 is 6. So that would be our factored expression. The thing you have to watch out for is subtraction. So if you had something like -14x minus 7, it may not look like there's a negative to factor out at first, but when we rewrite it as addition, now we can see they are in fact both negative, so I have to factor out a -7. And what I'm left with is 2x plus 1 on the inside. So we're going to do one more, just to show that process of making sure you're rewriting the subtraction as addition, just like we've been doing in all of our problems. So we have -16x minus 14y minus 8. So first step, I have to rewrite it as addition. So I change subtraction to addition. This becomes the opposite, -14y. Change to addition, this becomes the opposite, which is -8. Now I can see they're all negative, so I know whatever I pull out is going to be negative. The greatest common factor is 2, and what I'm left with is 8x plus 7y plus 4.